Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Vinati Organics Limited Q3 FY22 earnings conference call hosted by Ambit Capital. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then zero on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I would now like to hand the conference over to Ms. Ankit Gaur from Ambit Capital. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Ambit Capital, I welcome everyone on the call to discuss Q3 FY22 results and highlights of Vinati Organics Limited. From the management side, we are joined by Ms. Vinati Matreja, MD and CEO, Mr. Kaviraj Devaraj, GM Corporate Finance. Without taking much time, I would like to hand over the call to Vinati for opening remarks, post which we can have a floor open for Q&A. Please note, this call will be of just 30 minutes. Over to you, Vinati, for opening remarks. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Just to clarify, we also have our CFO, Mr. Goyal, on the call, so in case anyone has questions for him. Thank you for joining today on the budget day, especially. That's why we're not going to keep it very long. I'll start with a brief financial and operational performance of Q3 and then go on to talk about the updates on the upcoming projects and expansion. For this current quarter ending December, our revenue grew by about 65% to almost 370 crores from 223 crores last year on a year-on-year basis. The EBITDA growth is 32% and the PAT growth is 30%. Compared to Q2, Q3 is generally a slightly slower quarter for us, especially as far as ATBS is concerned, because most MNC customers try to maintain zero inventory in December. So the offtake in October, November is generally lower, and we see the demand, the sales picking up from January onwards. Hence, compared to Q2, EBITDA was down by about 5% and revenue was flattish. Though we did grow in the other segments such as butyl phenols. Just to give a brief, in 9 months we've already crossed 120 crores in butyl phenols, and the sales will keep growing in the coming quarters as we keep creating our position in the market. IBB, as I had mentioned earlier, has been negatively impacted this year on the slow ibuprofen demand. Actually, what had happened was last year in FY21, a lot of stockpiling was created on account of COVID panic, and so there was a lot of stock which is being consumed this year. However, we are seeing uptake in demand from IBB starting February, starting next month, in fact, a little bit in January itself. Overall, we expect 50% growth in sales in FY22 compared to FY21, and the EBITDA margins to be maintained in the range of somewhere close to 30%. Regarding the amalgamation scheme of viral additives, we have received the approval from SEBI and we have filed the application with NCLT. However, due to COVID and various reasons, there's a lot of delay at NCLT and getting a date and hearing and so on. We expect the process to be completed over the next 8 months, hopefully. Meanwhile, the viral additives plant is expected to get commissioned in March this year in 2022. We've also added a new antioxidant there, L135, which is used as a lube additive. And with this addition and at full capacity utilization, we are expecting viral additive sales to exceed 700 crores as against the earlier estimates of 500 crores. The demand for these antioxidants is rising. The pricing has also improved, which has led to an improved ROI of approximately 25%. The overall addressable market for these AOs is north of 10,000 crores, and we are targeting both local and export. We expect to achieve full capacity utilization over the next 3 years. The total capex for VAPL is about 300 crores, which also includes the pre-operative expenses. So net we are targeting about 10% of the overall market size in the first phase. Now coming to Viral Organics, which is a 100% owned subsidiary of Vinati Organics. We are going to be making several niche chemicals, specialty chemicals in that subsidiary. We're doing a capex of about 250 crores. This capex involves about 5 new products which find application across sectors like pharmaceutical, perfumery. One is a monomer additive, one is also solvent for catalysts. The overall market for these products is in excess of 2,500 crores, and at full capacity utilization we expect to achieve 250 crores, again targeting about 10% of the market. The capex is underway, it has started and is expected to be complete by March 2023. Now coming to the existing products of Vinati Organics, such as butyl phenols, we are further expanding the butyl phenol capacity by 15,000 metric tons. The present plant is for 36,000, so we will be expanding it to about 50,000 tons per annum. We are doing a capex of 100 crores for this. Most of it will be captively used for the AOs for viral additives. This expansion is to be completed by December of this year. We have already announced another capex of 65 crores regarding a new butyl phenol which is used in the agrochemical sector, and that's underway, and that will also be completed this year, and sales of that should be somewhere around 60 to 70 crores. I had also earlier mentioned that we have commissioned a 6.5 megawatt solar power plant. We have taken board approval for another 7.5 megawatt of solar power plant with a capex of 33 crores. Post which about 50% of our captive consumption would be generated from solar and renewable energy. This plant is also expected to generate ROI close to 20% and resonates well with our sustainability and green initiatives. That's all from my side. I'm open. We can open it for Q&A.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Rohit Nagraj from Emkay Global. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. Ma'am, the first question is, what is the revenue breakup for Q3, and if you can provide also for 9 months?
See, roughly, we don't give the exact revenue breakup, but roughly ATBS accounted for about 50% of sales. Butyl phenols 12%, IBB somewhere 7 to 8%, and the rest of it is other products.
Okay, got it. And the second question is in terms of the commentary that you told in terms of FY22 revenue number of close to about 1,500 crores with 30% of margin. If I look at 9 months number, we have done close to about 295 crores of EBITDA with 300 crores. So effectively, it means that on 1,500 crores, we'll be able to make 450 crores of EBITDA. Which signifies in Q4 our EBITDA could be close to about 150 crores. So what confidence do we have to get to that particular number, or there would be slight mismatch given that the current environment? Thank you.
Yeah, maybe I think there might be a slight difference in our calculation. Maybe you're not including other income, which I have included. But having said that, I do expect the Q4 EBITDA to be better than the previous 3 quarters. Like I mentioned, ATBS sales has picked up, IBB sales has picked up, butyl phenol has picked up. So we are definitely looking at over 120 crores, if not 150 crores.
Right. Got it. And just to calculate the CapEx, so total we have CapEx plan of 300 crores for Viral Additives. Viral Organics will be about 250 crores. Butyl Phenols will be 100 crores. And new butyl.
Did we lose him? Hello? Did our line drop? Yeah. I think
Yes, ma'am. The line is disconnected. We proceed to the next question from the line of Amar Maurya from Alpha Credit Advisors. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sir. Thanks a lot, ma'am, for the opportunity. Ma'am, just wanted to clarify on the capex. I think that is what Rohit was trying to understand. So basically, Viral Organics 250 crores, and the project is likely to commission by March 23, right?
Yeah, see, let me tell you, see, the Viral Additives capex is already done. So that's not
Correct.
new, 300 crores. The new one is 250 crores in Viral Organics, which is a subsidiary, 100 crores in Vinati for butyl phenols, and the 60, and another 100 crores which includes the solar as well as the new butyl phenol, part of which is already done already.
Okay. So another 100 crore for the new butyl phenol as well as the solar, correct?
Yeah, so out of which the new butyl phenol anyway 20-30 crores is already done.
Correct. And when you say, ma'am, this Viral Organics new 250 crore, that is basically, you had last time announced that 4 new products in niche specialty chemical and aroma. That is basically the extension, right? This is just a continuation of that, right?
Yes, correct. We've added other 2 products to that list. That's right.
Okay. And this whole 250 crore block of Viral Organics will be commissioning in March 23, correct?
That's right, yes.
Okay. And your Viral Additive plant will be live by
March 22.
March 22. Okay.
Yes.
And this new butylated phenol capex, when will come, ma'am? This will also in March 22?
No, this I said December 22 because this is the brownfield expansion.
Okay, December 22. Thanks a lot, ma'am. And ma'am, just to understand, the kind of revenue growth which we had seen, what I see is that, you had been seeing a very strong volume growth from last 2 quarters. So this kind of volume growth is likely to continue now, given the new capex and new capacity plus the pickup in the existing business?
See, this year, of course, we will see 50% sales growth. Now, part of it is volume driven, part of it is price driven.
Okay.
Now, assuming the prices remain the same in my budget or in my projections, then next year I expect volume growth of 25 to 30% for the next 3 years.
For next 3 years? Oh.
Yeah, and that includes Viral Additives as well as, of course, Viral Organics.
Okay. And with the margin of 30% EBITDA, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thanks a lot from my side.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Archit Joshi from Dolat Capital. Please go ahead.
Thanks, ma'am, for the opportunity. I just have one question. With the new sales potential coming from Viral Additives, which has been revised from 500 crores to 700 crores. Earlier, I think we had guided that around 200 odd crores of butyl phenols would be internally consumed to manufacture the antioxidants. I think we are about to have another round of capex in butyl phenols, which is 100 crore capex you mentioned. So now, what would be the net effect after doing both the revisions and sales of antioxidants and incremental capacity of butyl phenols?
Yeah. See, after including the incremental capacity of butyl phenols, the revenue transfer between Viral Additives and butyl phenols together from these 2 projects, one can expect, after the new addition of 135, one can expect sales of 900 crores from these 2 projects.
Okay, so that will be put together, right?
Yes,
I mean,
together.
Yeah. So still 200. So still 200
and
crores.
then another, 900 crores from that. I have removed the butyl phenol sales to Viral Additives, okay? So I have accounted for the inter-unit transfer. Then another 250 crores from Viral Organics, the other new product that we are adding. Then the fifth butyl phenol, the one that goes in agrochemicals, that adds another 60 to 70 crores. Plus our existing butyl phenol capacity ramp up, which presently we are running only at 50%. So all this combined, if you look at the effect of all this, it essentially means we will at least double our revenue in FY25. Means from 1,500 crores, next year 2,000 crores, and by FY25 3,000 crores.
Understood, ma'am. Okay, okay. Thanks a lot, ma'am. That was helpful. That's it.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Dhavan Shah from ICICI Securities. Before that, I would like to remind participants, if you have a question, please press star then one on your touchtone telephone. Over to you, Mr. Shah.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity, madam. So I have a question on butyl phenol. So for the first 6 months, we did somewhat 80 odd crore revenues, and this Q3 should be around 40 odd crore. So we had given a guidance of roughly 200 odd crore for this fiscal in butyl phenol. So are we on the track for this segment?
Yeah, this year in butyl phenol, we will do about, I would say, 180 crores in revenue. So we are almost on track.
Okay. And my next question is about this new AOs. So I think this incremental 2 AOs will contribute roughly 200 odd crore against our guidance of roughly 500 odd crore last time.
Yeah, also because the AO pricing has changed, it's not entirely 200 crores from the new, the pricing has increased, the market has improved for AOs.
Okay. But this butyl phenol expansion will be entirely backward integrated for these 2 AOs, or some part would also be sold out?
We will sell some surplus capacity also outside, and that I've included in my 900 crores.
Okay. And last question is about the other expenditure. So we have seen some rise in the other costs this quarter. So can you please share the data over here and how much of that would be passed on in the next quarter or so?
So these increase in other expenditures is mainly on account of increase in power and fuel expenses, because coal prices have increased, and also
आपण ज्या व्यक्तीसोबत बोलत आहात त्या व्यक्तीने आपला कॉल होल्डवर ठेवला आहे.
Yeah. So these other expenditure that has increased is mainly on account of increased power and fuel expenses. Coal prices have increased. Also, our consumption of utilities has gone up with the expansions and the new plants. So store consumptions have gone up. We don't expect these this other expenditure to come down. So we are expecting it to be at these current levels.
Got it. Yeah, that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to the participants, if you wish to ask a question, please press star then one on your touchtone telephone.
Okay, I will also like to add, in this quarter, when the other expenditure was so high, the coal price was 2,100, which has come down to 900. 21,000? 21,000, which has come down to 9,000. So we will see some improvement, hopefully, in the coming quarters regarding other expenditure.
A reminder to the participants, if you wish to ask a question, please press star then one on your touchtone telephone. The next question is from the line of Ankit Kaur. Please go ahead, sir, from Ambit Capital.
Yeah, hi Vinati, thank you very much. Vinati, if you can just give us some detail about new antioxidant. It seems we have actually offered our guidance in there. So what's the basic end use there and how it will be different from our other AOs? That will be helpful to understand.
Yeah, see, the new antioxidant is a lube additive. It's also a higher value product. The other 3 antioxidants are more volume driven products. They are mostly used as polymer additives, as say clarifier in the plastic industry. So the set of consumers is different. Another reason for revising the sales of AOs is also the pricing of AOs has changed in the last 1 year. And we have just taken the new pricing. The demand for all these products is very strong. So we have just revised our estimate based on that.
Okay, and if I have heard it correctly, you said total market size of 10,000 crore, right?
That's right. Yes. So these 4 AOs that we will be producing.
In tonnage terms, how much it will be?
Tonnage tons are close to 3 lakh tons.
Okay, that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Amar Maurya from Alpha Accurate Advisors. Please go ahead.
Thanks a lot for the opportunity, ma'am. Ma'am, I just wanted to understand a little bit on the margin. Like as you indicated that, next quarter is going to be better than the last 3 quarters. So I believe, to match that number of 120 plus in terms of the EBITDA, basically we'll be doing kind of a 31% kind of a EBITDA margin. So just wanted to understand that going forward, at least this 31% kind of a EBITDA margin is likely to sustain.
How much sales have you taken?
So I had taken something around 1,500 crore sale.
No, but for the core, how much sales have you taken?
Q4, 395 crore.
Okay.
And 31% margin, so something around 122 crores kind of EBITDA.
Okay.
So basically, I wanted to understand, given that now the other cost and the raw material inflation is likely to taper down. So
Correct.
should we see the margin at least inching up from the 30% guidance level kind of thing?
No, I would not do that because, we are also still a new entrant in butyl phenol. We will be a new entrant in viral additives also, as well as the other products. So just to be on the safer side, I think 30% is fair.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ridesh Gupta from Kotak Securities. Please go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for taking my question. Just one clarification I needed is on ATBS side, you haven't seen any kind of gross profit or gross profit return sort of pressure in recent times due to competitive activity, etc. I can understand the pricing inflation that you've seen in RMs and that may be taking time to pass on. But is there any reason to believe that ATBS profitability has been under pressure, or you have looked at some of the new areas where probably the profitability is a little lower within ATBS applications?
See, ATBS, I haven't heard of any new competition, and we have long-term contracts with our customers. So as far as the new products goes, I'm reiterating that definitely the profitability is not as high because we are new players in both butyl phenols as well as viral additives. So that is why it's better to take a blended EBITDA margin in your estimate of 30% going forward.
Got it. That's it. That's all of my questions.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rohit Nagraj from MK Global. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the follow-up. Just wanted to get a clarity on this year's capex number and next year's capex number, FY22 and 23. How much will be the capex? Thank you.
See, in FY23, it will be around 300 crores, which includes 250 of viral organics as well as the solar power and the other products and the expansion. And in FY22 also it's around 300 crores, which includes viral additives.
Okay. FY23 viral organics will be 250. Butyl phenol is also coming by December, so that will be 100, right? And then the agrochemical and power will be 100. So would it be 450 entirely?
agrochemical is already done. Some of the butyl phenol is already done. But yeah, you can say 350 crores in FY23.
Yeah, got it. Thank you so much and best of luck.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Utsav Mehta from Edelweiss. Please go ahead.
Hi, ma'am. Thanks for taking my question. We're very quickly moving from a few molecules to many. If you could just speak a little bit about your management bandwidth, hiring that you've been doing, and sales engine that you've had to set up to sell these products that we've never existed in before.
See, as far as what happens is in the existing products where we are market leaders, now the management has a lot of bandwidth to take on new products. Because there's really not much to, the production, the sales, everything runs as status quo. And that is why the idea for getting into new products. We have been working on these processes for a long time. A lot of these products which I'm announcing now or mentioning now, please understand, have been in our R&D pipeline for the last 5-6 years. Our trials have been successful. We have the management bandwidth as well as the financial ability, and we see good returns on these investments, and hence we are going ahead. As far as hiring goes, we do hire, of course, like for example, for the butyl phenol plant, we had to hire many people at our factory. Even HO hiring happens. We see very less turnover in our staff. I think we are blessed in that regard. Most people stick around with us simply because they say the training and the sense of ownership that they get in our company, they don't find it elsewhere. And so as far as the human capability goes, I'm not worried about that.
Understood. And in terms of creating sales channels, is it more challenging on this end, or it will work in the same format as maybe ATBS?
See, again, all these products are B2B products. We will be selling to other chemical companies. Most of it is direct, but we have appointed distributors. We need regional distributors, for example, for AOs, for butyl phenols also, maybe for Europe, for America, and we are going ahead with that.
Understood. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question for today. I would now like to hand the conference back to the management for closing comments. Over to you all.
No, thank you everyone for joining the call. I think we have discussed mostly everything. So that's all from my side.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Ambit Capital, we conclude today's conference call. Thank you all for joining. You may now disconnect your lines.